Alright, hello everyone. This is Rich, and I'm going to do like a little insight review, me talking about Sam Raimi's newest movie, Drag Me to Hell. So before we go into it, probably are going to be spoilers in this. So if you don't want to know anything about Drag Me to Hell, then you should stop it right now. First off, the trailers that I saw. I'll just let you know I have a handy dandy notebook that I took notes in the dark with. It's really fun. First off is an unknown movie that I did not know the trailer to because I came in when this was coming on, that looks exactly like I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. It's like some people that like are gonna pull a prank on somebody, but then this person like kills somebody with like a tire, those four-way tire nut things, I forget what the fuck they're called. And then like all of a sudden like a year later the killer calls or something and shenanigans happened, like in I Know What You Did Last Summer. That was a bullshit trailer. Second one was for this Lawrence Fishburne armored bank movie called Armored. Inglourious Bastards, which if you haven't seen this trailer for Inglourious Bastards, which is a new Quentin Tarantino movie, you need to see it because it's fucking awesome. Next one is for a movie called Gamer, which is like, it has the guy from 300 in it, and he's going around like, I think he's like a prisoner and he has to play all these games like 30 times to get out of prison. Has a guy who played Dexter in it as like the warden or something like that. Looked pretty good. There was this psychological thriller that kind of reminded me of The Good Son called Orphan. Has a little creepy girl in there named Esther. Looked interesting. I don't know if I'd see it, but it did look interesting. You know, like The Good Son. And lastly, Bruno. It looks funny, you know. It's one of those movies I probably see once, just like Borat. It really doesn't. Borat to me doesn't have a really good replay value. So yeah, those are the trailers. They had a prologue, I remember, with a Mexican boy who was possessed, and this like old Mexican lady tries to get this curse off of him, like a gypsy curse. And the little boy gets dragged to hell. So that's fun. Oh, another note that I had in here is K&B Effects did I guess all the practical effects in this movie, but since the K is not there, Kirschman? Howard Kirschman, maybe? I should know, I have a K&B freaking shirt. Howard Kirschman, he does like directing now, doesn't really have time. But it's really just NB Effects, Nicotero, and Bergner. It's Howard Bergner. Forget K's name. So essentially, this movie is about a bank teller who goes and he's a bank teller, does like the loans and all that kind of stuff. One day, an old gypsy woman who is probably the most sickly, deranged looking gypsy woman I've ever seen. And she comes in asking for a third extension on her house, and the bank teller can't give it to her really. And the woman then tries to like, she like gets on her knees and like begs like please give me this loan. And she, like, you know, the teller, the main woman in here, like, freaks out. She's like, what the fuck? And she's like, the old woman's like, you shame me. You shame me. So she puts this, like, curse on him of the, what the fuck's the goddamn demon's name? Lamus? Some gypsy demon thing. And after that happens, later on when she goes from, I don't remember the notes, she goes to Okay, she goes to her car. The bank teller woman goes to her car, and it's all fucking like super spooky and shit like that. And essentially, the old woman somehow gets into her car and attacks the fuck out of this woman. When I say attacks the shit out of this woman, literally like melee this poor bank teller woman that she's putting this curse on. What was I gonna say? And what else she do? She fucking like. At one time, the old woman's teeth fall out, and she goes and like attacks her, and like she like gums like right here on her fucking throat. It's all like just like drool and bullshit. It's like ugh, fucking crazy. And then the woman puts in her teeth, which apparently some of them got like fucked up when they fell out of her mouth, and it's all like sharp and jagged, and she's trying to bite her. Oh, it's a great fight scene in this car. Like, it's fucking awesome. And with that, fucking the woman eventually, like, you know, she's like, she defeats the bank teller woman, and she like finishes the curse that she was starting in the bank originally, and she takes one of her buttons off her coat, and she's like, you know, she curses her with the button, and, you know, she's like, the old woman's like, you know, soon you will be begging me to release you from this curse, or something like that. So, yeah, what's going on? So she, you know, the cops come, and they, you know, she writes a report, eventually goes back home, starts hearing all this weird shit in her head. She's like, what the fuck is this? Actually, no, before she goes home, she goes and meets this Indian medium type character, who I know I've seen in another movie. I'd like to say it was like an M. Night Shyamalan movie, but I know I've seen him before. Which I forget his name. I don't think I wrote it down in my notes. And he's all like, someone took something from you, and he's like, eventually she like, I think he figures out that it was like her soul or something. He's like, you need to like be careful. She's like, all right. And with freaking goes back home. He starts hearing weird noises. Starts seeing these weird goat-like shadows. And she, you know, just scary shit. Like, people are jumping in the theater left and right. You hear loud sounds and crazy shit happening. Eventually, she gets a bitch slap from this llamas goat, which you can't see, but she goes fucking flying across the room. There's mouths all fucking bleeding and bloody and crap. Her boyfriend then comes over and it's like, she gets like, I guess, a house doctor to come by, and the doctor's like, oh, it was just trauma from her accident. Because that happens. You just get like bloody, swollen lips from trauma. You know. Hold on. Oh, this is like the part after they do that, they go to bed, and then you see like the part in the trailer where the bug goes up her nose, which essentially means like it's stage 2 of, I guess, this demon attack, which I think it's in 3 or 4 stages. Well, first it's a smoke, like smoking like mirrors and doing crazy shit with the noise, and then the bitch slap where it's there, and then it's like, it starts like attacking her for real, and then the 3rd day, it really starts fucking with her and like hurting the shit out of her. I think by the 4th day, it like wants to come for her to drag her to hell, hence the name of the movie. Well, we're going at 10 minutes here. I'm going to be back for part 2. Hopefully that won't be 10 minutes. So yeah, be back for part 2 in just a sec.